Well, much like its chicken, original and the best, this was the first Confess Your Sins we ever did. And I gotta say, I've been looking forward to the seconds. Can't say the same about that mashed potato that they keep insisting on giving in every meal. I'm filming it next time. I'm showing you, my dog did this. He started barking at it. I've never seen anything like that before. It's that and maybe if the house is haunted. That's when dogs do it. KFC, Confess Your Sins. What is not going to be good about this combination? 15-year-olds that don't care about their job basically see it as an extension of high school, but yeah, I'm getting paid $10 to be here. And then on top of that, it's KFC. So good. These are the stories of staff members. Again, how can we market this? Upsized, yeah, that's what it is. But on top of that, I am sure that everybody who has ever worked at KFC has a story. It's Australian Story, Pissant Edition. Local KFC hired only 16-year-olds for some reason. You're angry about this, are you? He's a 32-year-old man. What do you mean I'm too qualified for this job?
How can you be too qualified for a job?
And being dropkick 16-year-olds, they decided to have a contest to see who could feed the most people undercooked chicken. See, this is why we love KFC stories. Before someone complained, apparently the high score was 31. Well, let's start our own game, shall we? Let's put up so goods for every story that deserves one. I think we're gonna have to put one up on the board there. So let's see if we get a high score, which we will, because this is the first time we've done this game.
Yes, winner!
I have never eaten there since I was told this. Well, you, sir, have much better impulse control than me. If you told me that while I was eating the chicken, I'd be like,
oh yeah, it is pink in there. I'll just eat the batter.
oh, all this talk of raw chicken's got me hungry, guys. Hungry for your business. That's right, I'm going to Perth, Adelaide, and Sydney this month. Now, time to find out if this chicken's raw. I won the lotto. It's not. Fuck yeah, KFC. Very good. A co-worker found that if you scrape the chicken fat off the pressure cooker... the future freaks me out so much, doesn't it? The fact that you have this Alien 3 lead-smelting vat that, as the result of having so many dead chickens processed through it, you have to do it probably every 20 minutes.
We've reached peak dead chicken capacity again! Leroy! Yeah, shut your gob! Use your hands, it's faster!
Come on though, isn't it that exact scene happened in Alien 3? And I assume that when you're cooking one of the chickens, it's like... while it was still warm. If you got enough of it, you could shape it into a log. Oh, the things you could do with chicken fat. Play-Doh's getting expensive. Chuck that into the preschools. They look like literal human shit. Oh, that's sick, dude. And he hid it above the cookers in the vats for months until it was a monster. Put it in a box. I can't finish. I'm just gonna have to move on. It's too good. Second so good, 2 for 2. Can we keep this gravy train going? Worked at a KFC in Melbourne. We were during the preparation for a new batch of gravy. For some reason, the manager had a knife, managed to cut the tip of his finger off with the ring attached at the top of his finger, and it dropped into the 3 for 3. Into the gravy pot. Everything's just, it's all sci-fi and fantasy. You can just imagine an orc doing that, can't you?
Ooh, me finger, keep mixing you.
He then decided to reach into the pot. Man, I think we all knew it was going there, but it's just what a degrading moment of your life. Just pick out your 7th finger. Out of shit that no one eats. He lost every piece of skin on his hand and upper arm, and no finger, no ring. We served the gravy 10 minutes later with it all still in the pot. You didn't, because if you did, you get another so good. I don't care that I awarded one already to this one. 4. My mate and I, during our break, thought it'd be fun to see who would last the longest in the freezer. Well, give 15-year-olds this. They do create games out of nothing. Creative little scams, ain't they? I lasted about 10 minutes. He lasted an hour. Oh my God, don't you reckon even Wim Hof would be like, I'm sorry, only 38 minutes. He was then taken to hospital to treat his hypothermia. Yeah, but the important point is that he makes you suck shit. You are worse than him in every way forever. What an extreme way to win a competition. To voluntarily get hypothermia just to say, I win. Oh, and in case you're wondering why everyone is shirtless and wearing a Hurley hat, is because we used to have a hat, we used to have a uniform, and I don't know where either of them went. And I'm not going to take up a job and sever my finger just for some costumes.
Why shirtless though?
It's easier. I've probably stolen about $80 worth of drinks from the fridge while I was working at KFC when I was 15. Look, I'll be honest, man, you're a very good employee. I am sure that managers sit there watching staff take everything out of it. Probably just the deep fries to sell them for scrap. Okay, that's 2 deep fries this week. Should I call the cops? And nah, I'm not doing another fucking induction day. After I quit, I went in for lunch the next day and read a note on the wall that said employee discounts have been discontinued due to theft. Sucked in lol. Wow, now there's a proud union man right there. Touch one, touch all. One of the kids used water to prep the chicken that had high strength floor cleaner in it that stresses to call poison hotline if ingested. I'm assuming that's good advice. I'm not a poison expert, but I'm not going to take a punt on saying that it's like misleading information on the bottle. I'm not going to be calling Choice Magazine over that one. Only found out 3 hours later after one of the other kids told us. Whole Friday night's worth of chicken. Damn. And yet again, we are at the crossroads where even if I knew that and my stomach had a huge hole in it, hey, the chicken's falling right out of my stomach. And here I was thinking it couldn't get any more convenient than the self-service tabs. I had an old Turkish man come in the other day, ordered a zinger box, pretty typical, until he pulls a stack of at least 10 $100 notes out of his pocket that are all stapled together. Oh my God, that is really odd. Turkish man. Dude proceeds to rip one of the notes off the stack and try to hand the note that now had a giant hole in it to me. Tried to explain to him that no, I cannot take a note that has a giant hole in it and has nearly been ripped in half. Didn't speak English though.
What, half of $100 is 50, Jace?
Didn't speak English though and proceeded to rip 3 more $100 notes while I sit there in shock trying to get him to stop. Jesus, what is the currency like in Turkey? They're just exchanging confetti. Until he finally takes the staple out and hands me a note that is actually usable. Imagine going through $400 before realizing, oh, he doesn't like that I'm destroying my own money. Came back the next day and tried again to pay with a $20 note that had been ripped fully in half and stapled together. He thought he'd come up with a loophole. Overall, incredibly confusing interactions, and I'm still wondering why the hell he was carrying $1,000 worth of cash in his pocket. And you will never know. Well, let's be honest, he's probably part of the mafia. My friend worked at a KFC in Tasmania, and a co-worker's Apple Watch fell in the fryer and it exploded. The store was closed for a week. No, it didn't. I didn't know that Apple Watches were secretly nuclear bombs. What's going on there? Is that true? This occurred at the KFC I worked at, Lamau.
This I gotta see!
And the video has a cool 6.4K views. It's entitled KFC Initiation Process.
Here we are at the initiation of...
Yeah, very shit old camera phone. Here we go. Yeah, just like the Stonecutters.
Guys, hang on. Ready? Let's go.
Dude. And it cuts out. Very much do like the very low quality ISIS footage. And I also really like the fact that it's...
Now the final ordeal, the paddling of the swollen ass with paddles.
Except instead of having access to a highly secretive society and all the benefits that come with it, you get 5% off Streetwise combos, unless we decide arbitrarily that you've stolen too many drinks. Someone in the drive-thru ordered raw chicken products, specifically raw. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was Vince McMahon? Assuming he was going to go home and cook it himself, we just gave him the bucket of raw chicken. Well, that's good to know, because sometimes I'm at Coles and I can't be bothered to get out of my car thinking, oh, well, why can't Coles just be a giant mother bird that just chews up a bunch of nachos and spits it in my mouth? We got handed the raw chicken. He straight up ate it in front of everyone in the drive-thru. This wasn't a dog, was it? And if so, very scary that he seems to have a better understanding of how currency works than the Turkish man. And also, props for being able to reach the gas pedal and the steering wheel at the same time. Must have been a great day. Turns out he was high on meth, and management learnt that the next morning. I think Geordies can guess where this KFC was. Yes, I can. Somewhere in Australia. It's all filled with meth heads, mate.
Would you like to take a specific guess for that KFC?
Yeah, okay. Logan. It sounds like a real Logan thing to do. Mr. Guy, can you, 1, let us know if that's correct, and 2, on the off chance, if your first name is Logan?
That'd be crazy.
If you haven't done a Subway Confess Your Sins, please do one. We're talking about KFC, mate! But that is a good idea. Hey, I don't think that we have done a Subway Confess Your Sins yet. Let me just go through my memory and... No, I can't remember anything anymore. My life is just a digital haze. Anyway, so I think that we should do a Subway one. And that'd be great, because the fast food ones always seem to be the best. It's just filled with banger after banger. I mean, how many So Goods did we get out of that? 4? And then I forgot to keep doing it again because of the digital haze thing. Anyway, I really don't like how early our generation seems to be getting dementia. Come help me be part of the problem.